first time here, hello, my name is Nika. Thank you so much for stopping in. So today I just want to talk about helping people. Now, I know it may sound a little cliche to be like, to tell you like we need to start helping one another, because we do, and it's something that we've been told all our lives. To give to those in need and to help out somebody who you're able to help out. But I think what we mainly need to focus on is not giving things materialistically, even though that's great, giving money, giving food, things like that, that's awesome. But we also need to look into what we're saying to people, offer people a word of life, speak life into people. And I think a lot of times, we're so focused on our blessings to people material wise, but we don't think about the things we say, because we can give the shirt off our backs to somebody and then turn around and to somebody else speak death unto them. And it doesn't necessarily mean I'm literally saying speak death, but speaking death as in, oh, you're a loser, you're a failure, you're no good, speaking things like that attaches to the soul. And we don't even know the damages that our tongues do when we speak onto somebody, even when you speak onto yourself. Let's think about that for a second. Let's think about times when we speak something into our lives, and we may not be doing it on purpose. We may feel like we're a failure. We may feel like we're struggling with something. We may feel like something is beyond us and we can't get through something. It's too tough. We may feel that way. And so we speak it. We may wake up and say, I just feel like I just can't do this job anymore. I feel like I'm tired of hurting. I'm tired of pain. I'm tired of dealing with whatever I'm going through. I'm just tired. And you're speaking that, and what your spirit is doing is picking up everything that you're saying. And it's like, oh, okay, well, she's tired, so let's act accordingly. Or you may say, I don't feel good. I'm just sick. You may have a little sneeze or something, or maybe a cough that maybe has been lingering, but you spoke that you feel sick over yourself. And then have you noticed that whenever you say you feel sick or you're worried about something so much, it's like, I think I may have broke my toe. And you may not have. You may have sprung it when you hit it on the side of the bed this morning, or you may just, bruise it, but you're just so stuck on, I think it's broken. And then your body starts to be acting that way. Your body starts to feel like it's broke. And then you go from being able to walk on it with some discomfort to, I can't walk on it, I'm limping, and and you start to see signs like it starts swelling up, and then you start freaking out because you're like, oh, I can't even move it the same way anymore. Well, that's the same way when you're speaking things onto people, even if they don't want to believe it, even if they don't want it to be true, it comes true, or it starts to manifest into their lives as if it's factual. If you're telling your children that you're dumb, you're going to always be a failure, you're never going to, succeed in school, you make stupid decisions, you're speaking this onto them, and maybe what you're saying may be true, not in the sense of they're never going to be anything, because we all know that God can change us all, and we're all capable of something. We all have a purpose, so that's not true. But you saying that they make stupid decisions may be true, but the way that you delivered that message to them, it attaches to them in a different way, and they feel like, well, I just make stupid decisions. So then they stop trusting themselves. They be like, well, I don't want to make a decision to go to school. I don't want to make a decision for friends. I don't want to do anything because my mom or my dad said that I make stupid decisions. And it follows them throughout life. If you talk to adults right now and you ask them, what was something that you felt traumatized over in your childhood that you can remember, they're going to always tell you the first thing is something that somebody said to them. Whether it's a friend said something to them, a family member, a teacher, it's that kind of pain. It lingers until their adulthood. It follows them. It attaches to their soul. I'm telling you, it attaches to you, because there's things that I still think about, and I'm like, that still bothers me. That kids used to bully me and say I was ugly, and say my dark skin wasn't beautiful, and say I had nappy hair and all that stuff, and that still bothers me to this day. And I'm 32 years old, and back when that was going on, I was in elementary school. And it followed me, of course, throughout middle school as well, because kids are mean. But high school, people, they just seen me as a normal person. They didn't care. They loved me for who I was. But because of the scars of what someone said to me in elementary and middle school, I never had confidence. I mean, I'm building it now, but I'm 32. I've literally been over the last year that I've started building confidence in myself. And I started, and it mainly come from the strength of God, because once I gave my life back to God, that's when I felt the most powerful. And I started to believe what he believes about me. And if it wasn't for that, I still would be having low self-esteem. I still would be that same little girl that was scarred because of what somebody said about me in elementary school. So be careful what you're saying to people. If you want to help somebody, if you don't have the means to give to them, if you don't have extra food to give to them, if you can't allow them to come to your home and stay with you for a few days, speak life into them. Don't lie. Don't say, oh, you're going to be rich tomorrow. Like, don't worry about it. Like, be sensitive. I mean, I think when we're trying to speak life into people, sometimes we become insensitive, because I mean, it has been times where you were like, you wanted the best for somebody. Like, let's say they was in a bad relationship, and then you're like, oh, you can do better. You deserve better. And it comes off as insensitive to that person. And in that moment, they may know that they deserve better, but if you're just speaking that to them like, oh, you deserve better. Get out of that. When you get out of that, you're going to get better. It sounds insensitive. Even though what you're saying, you're trying to speak it out of love, it just comes off the wrong way. You have to, there's steps, just like there's steps for everything we do in life. You have to take steps for the way that you speak to people, because you don't want it to come off as maybe you feel like you're better than them, or you're being insensitive to them, or you're not hearing them. You're not hearing what they're going through. But you also don't want them to stay there. So you don't want to say, if a person is homeless, one day you're gonna get off the streets. One day, I believe God for you, that you're going to have a home. You're not going to struggle anymore. You know what? That's not helping. I mean, you're speaking life into them. That's great. But also, if you want to help, maybe start off with just, seeing what they're good at. What are you interested in doing? Maybe help them find a job. Or if, like they're unable to get a job, because there are people who are mentally unable to get a job, then help them find places that they can go. You don't have to go to school to help somebody in that kind of way. It's easy. We have access to all kinds of resources at the palm of our hands when we pick up our phone every day. So, speak that type of life into them. Hey, let me help you. I may not be able to give you money, but I know some resources that I can help you with. I know, I pray that things turn around for you, but in the meantime, let me see what I can do to help. There's different ways to help people out. And when we speak things, we need to back it up with our actions. So if we're saying we want the best for you, we should be speaking that we want the best for you as well. We shouldn't be saying things like, I wish well for you. I wish that things go well for you. I pray this for you. I pray that for you. But our actions is just like, we're hands off. We don't want to help you. We don't want you near us. Or we're jealous when you're starting to succeed at something. Like, there's just so many ways we need to change our behaviors, and we can be such a huge blessing to somebody in that way. But like I said, most of the things, almost everything starts off with the tongue, and just speaking that life into people. I mean, have you ever had somebody come to you and tell you, you may feel like a horrible parent. You're like, oh, well, I got these children. I get short-tempered with them sometimes. I'm a single parent, or I'm in a relationship, but I feel like I spend more time with my partner or my husband or wife more than I spend with my kids. And then someone could come to you and just tells you, your children are so well behaved. You're a great parent. I appreciate that you are instilling these great morals into your children. Or the teachers call and say, your kids are so smart. You're doing something. You have to be doing something awesome, because a lot of our kids struggle with this subject. But your child is so smart, and they always have their homework done. They're always clean, and then it just makes you feel so amazing. You know what I'm saying? So that it's just the word of mouth. Now, if the teacher said, you know, if your kid's making good grades, yeah, that's great. Or you see the report card, it's great. You see their good grades and stuff. But it's just something about somebody speaking life into you. And it kind of gives you a boost, like, oh, I am doing something. Okay, you know, you kind of feel energized and just more alive. Like, okay, I'm not a bad parent. You know, I'm not as bad as I thought I was. And it pushes you to it makes you hungry to keep doing what you're doing, because you know that somebody, even just that one person, somebody realizes it, somebody recognizes it, and it wakes your spirit up, and it wakes you up, and you start to want to push and do more things, you know, and to be greater, because you know it matters to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it just goes the same across the board. If you want to help somebody, helping them material-wise is great, but at the same time, watch what you're saying to them. Watch how you're speaking to them. Watch the things that you're speaking over them. Watch the way that you're encouraging them. Because like I said, sometimes you can go a little too far with the encouragement, and if a person's not there on your level and they can't see what you see, it'll make them shut down and block out what you're saying. And because they don't trust you, because they don't trust it for themselves. So how can they trust you if they don't believe it for themselves? So you have to kind of meet them where they are, but still speak life to them. You know, or they may hold on to every word you say. If you say, you know, you're going to get out of this situation and things are going to be great for you. Let's say it's a bad relationship. You're going to get out of this and things are going to work out for you. Yes, you may see that things are going to work out for them, but in their mind, they may take it like, I'm going to get this relationship, I'm going to get right back into another relationship and get all the things that I always wanted. And maybe that's not true. Maybe they get out that relationship and they're blessed with something else. They're blessed with a more stable job. They're blessed with more friends. They're blessed with a bigger home. They're blessed with more stability. They're blessed with not getting beat on or cheated on or lied to. You know what I'm saying? And it may be a while before they get into another relationship. And then it makes them resent you because you said that once I get out of this relationship, greater's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of gotta explain yourself sometimes in some situations on what you're trying to say to help people understand what you're trying to say to them. And it's okay to be like, you know, I don't know how God's gonna work out in your life, but I know that it's gonna be better than this. That's what I say to people. Like, if I see they're going through something, they need my help, they need some words of encouragement, or they're like, or I feel like, you know, being a nurse isn't going to work for me. I'm trying to go to school for it's hard. I speak words of encouragement. You know, encourage them to continue to finish school and don't give up. You know, like, I know it's hard. I know, you know, I understand that studying is not fun and trying to work is not fun. It's all hard when you're trying to do everything at one time. But if it's meant for you, it's going to work out. Don't give up. Don't go in the towel, because what's meant for you is going to be for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not me saying for sure that nursing is for you, but it's me letting them know, like, if they feel it in them, if they feel it, the calling in them, then that's between them and God, or them and their higher power. So I'm not taking away from that. I'm saying, listen to that voice. Follow it, push through, believe that your higher power is going to be there for you. They're not going to leave you alone. If this is what they're saying that you're meant to do, it's going to be done. You know, but it's not me taking God's place and saying, oh, you're going to pass the state boards, you're going to be fantastic, because I don't know that. So you can still speak life into people without trying to take the place of the higher power. Because have you ever noticed, one more thing before I go, have you ever noticed, like, you speak life into somebody and then maybe things start to turn and go in a better direction, and then they keep coming back to you because they, instead of looking to God, they start looking at you, because they feel like you have all that they need. Because it's always easier when it's human form. You can hear me talk to you, but it's not as easy to hear God talk to us. You know, when God is talking to us, He talks to us in all kinds of ways where it's always different, you know, and we don't hear Him like this verbatimly. We don't hear Him to say, okay, so this is what you need to do. This is the plan that I have for you. No, we don't get that. So people sometimes will kind of, you know, attach to you because they're feeling like, okay, well, you got all the answers and you can figure this out for me, you know, or maybe you may have said something and then it did not go that way, and then that person ends up feeling like you're fried, and it's like, I was just trying to encourage you, you know. So my point is, be encouraging to people. Be careful what you say, because your tongue is the most powerful part of your body. You can tear somebody down and you can also build somebody up. You can tear yourself down and you can also build yourself up. So remember, think before you speak. Don't try to be someone's God, but also don't be Satan in the flesh either. You know, I just speak out of love and speak out of encouragement. Just be encouraging to people. If you want to help somebody, speak encouraging words. Or maybe if you just see somebody out and they look nice, let them know, you look nice. I like your shoes. I like your hair. You know, you carry yourself well, because you don't know. Sometimes it's been a while. Some people can be married and it may have been months since they've heard somebody speak life to them like that. Somebody tell them, oh, you look nice, you dress nice. You know, I like your hair. You know, so it's because sometimes when we're with people for a long time, things kind of get stale and we don't think to compliment them like that. And so you just saying that could brighten up their day. You know, or you just telling them, you know, that you like the way that they raise their children, that can brighten up somebody's day. So if you want to help somebody, start off with what comes out of your tongue first. And then the rest of the things, if you can do it, you can help somebody out financially, or, you know, give to somebody, do that too. Because we're all here to help one another out. We're all here to help each other get to that next level. And I believe that, you know, we're blessed with certain things in our lives to be a blessing to other people. So, you know, that's just my word on it. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Put it in the comments below. And as always, if you like to talk, we will talk. And if you have not already subscribed and become one of my friends, please do so. And if you like my video, give me a thumbs up and share my video if you like. Till next time, you guys have a good day, and we will keep in touch. Bye.